Hello, 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 all my beautiful Aquarians of the universe. What going on? What is happening in your world? It is your girl, Essential 225, Tarot and Oracle, and I am here to give you messages from Spirit for the month of October, okay? Let's just say the next 30 days, shall we? Okay. So anyways, Aquarius, hope you're doing fine. Hope you're abundantly blessed. Today is October 6th, and we are going through a full moon this evening, a full moon in Aries, okay? It is also Libra season. We're a few days into Libra season, so happy birthday to all the Libras out there. If you have Libra anywhere in your chart, happy birthday to that aspect of you. And we also have a lot going on overhead, Aquarius. We've got 3 or 4 retrogrades happening right now. We've got a lot of Piscean energy going on. Saturn's in Pisces, Neptune's in Pisces. There's a lot going on, guys, like I'm telling you, and we're going through a full moon. We barely made it through September with the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse, and all the other movements, transits, sextiles, whatever else was going on above our heads that created a little bit of chaos, okay? A little bit of chaos in the energy field. So anyway, we're here to see what Libra season has in store for everybody, but now especially for you, Aquarius, okay? Libra season, Libra is the one who balances the scales for the zodiac, okay? All about fairness, justice, balance, harmony. That's what Libra season is all about. So if any part of your life has felt unbalanced or disharmonious, then guess what? We may be seeing some changes here as we get more and more into the month of October, okay? Things are going to start balancing out and harmony will be restored. I'm praying for that. All right, Aquarius. So we want to see what Spirit and your Spirit team has in store for you for the month of October. So just remember, this is a general reading. It's not a personal reading. It's for the whole Aquarian universe. I'm a Gemini, but I have an Aquarius moon. So this, I may be able to pick up some nuggets from this reading as well. So it's always good to know your birth natal chart, your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus especially. That's why I put a link to get your free birth natal chart in the description box. I also put my favorite astrologers as well as numerologists, because when you know a little bit about all of this, then it helps you understand what's going on here, okay? So get your free birth natal chart, guys, okay? So Aquarius, hope you're doing well. I hope you're in a nice, quiet place where you can relax, relate, and receive, okay? If you need a private reading, reach out to me at ascension225tarot@gmail.com. We'll get you started. If you look down in the description box, my rates are there. My promo code is there. A little bit about me. And also, you can check out my reviews on Thumbtack or Yelp and all that other good stuff. So let's get started. All right, Aquarius. We're going to start off with the Oracle deck first, which I've already meditated, prayed over, and pre-shuffled just to save time. And then we'll get into the tarot, And then we'll get into the tarot. All right? So let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble, okay? All right, so since tonight is the full moon in Aries, it's considered the harvest moon. All the seeds that were planted, during the springtime or whenever you plant the seeds, I guess, you plant them in the spring. Whatever was planted then is coming to fruition now. You're starting to see it rise up from the ground, okay? You're going to see how all of your hard work and you investing in your garden, whatever that garden is, will be, then you're going to start seeing those dividends, okay? All right, so we're going to start off with the Moonology card, and yours was in the crossing. So crossing cards for my readings, it's either very strong energy or there may be some sort of blockage getting you, that's stopping you from getting to this energy. I've got new moon in Gemini. Think it through. Think it through. I feel like this is a very strong energy for you, Aquarius, that there's something going on in your life that you really need to give a lot of thought and consideration to. It's time to think it through. Yeah. And this could also happen in Sagittarius season, because right now we're in Libra season. Tonight's the full moon. You would think it would be the full moon in Libra, right? But no, it's the full moon in Aries, which is the polar opposite sign of Libra, like Libra's cousin, okay? And so this says new moon in Gemini. The polar opposite sign for Gemini is Sagittarius. So it could be during Sagittarius season that you might have to really think things through and come up to some sort of conclusion about whatever it is that you're dealing with, okay? So what's the T for Aquarius? I've got Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. So there might be some heartache happening, and maybe that's why you may need to think some things through, okay? Maybe you got stabbed in the heart, heartbroken, heartache. Thank you, Spirit. Over what you no longer have. Ring, a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Okay. Aquarius, you getting married anytime soon? Or maybe this is a business proposition that's taking off and you're forming a partnership. Tree, there's some affairs going on with your family, or will be. And I've got the Tower card. Solid foundation, success with effort. All right, success with effort. I've got Horseshoe, good luck. So we've got success with effort. We might have a business thing going on here, and there's good luck that comes from that. And then we've got Door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Once you open that door, all your opportunities are on the other side, right? And maybe that's why it's important for you to think things through, so you can get exactly what it is that you want, need, and desire. All right. What else, Holy Spirit? Give me some intuitional messages. I've got, balance. Remember I said Libra season is all about putting things back in harmony, putting things back into balance. All right. Making sure those scales are balanced, right? So balance is key to a harmonious life. Have you been feeling out of sync, Aquarius? Adjust how you spend your time and energy to ensure that you maintain a healthy equilibrium. Balance is key, baby. Then I've got confusion. Who's confused, Aquarius? Who in the collective is confused? Confusion is temporary and leads to clarity. Are you feeling lost? Slow down, be patient, and allow clarity to emerge in its own time, okay? So some of you might not be seeing things clearly now. All right, maybe the waters are muddy right now and you don't have clear vision, okay? And then another reason to think things through, okay? Right. So that you need to allow this clarity to come about, okay? And since Neptune is in Pisces for the next, a few weeks, month or so, Neptune in Pisces means that those rose-colored glasses that you have on, or that you have been wearing, you're going to take those bitches and throw them down on the ground, and you're going to stomp on them. And you're going to crush them. And then you'll start to see things clearly for how and what they really are, okay? If that made any sense. And then in the crossing, I've got Union Universe. So there might be a union that is in the crossing that might be at a crossroads. There might be some blockage here. It says your connection to the universe is stronger than you think. Have you felt disconnected lately? Reconnect with your inner spirit and the world around you. The universe is always guiding you. And I feel like maybe you hit some roadblocks or something because maybe you felt like you didn't know what direction you were going in. Maybe you felt like the universe wasn't speaking to you, like spirit wasn't speaking to you. All right, but slow your roll, Aquarius. Everything happens in divine timing, not in our timing. All right, but in divine timing. But also with that, there needs to be some divine discernment on your part. Okay, hold on while I turn the fan on. Okay, thank you for holding. All right, so we saw the union in universe. So I feel like, I mean, this could also be, it talks about your union and your connection with spirit. Maybe some of you are feeling disconnected, okay? This could also be you feeling disconnected to a union that you're in with another person, okay? And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm looking at the bottom of the deck, and sacred union is in reverse. All right. It says two powerful forces are uniting, whether in a relationship or within yourself. This union brings energy and growth. Embrace this connection. It will lead to deeper understanding and transformation. But this is in the reverse, so I feel that I feel like there's been some sort of separation or breakup or disconnection from a sacred union, okay, in your life. Whether that's a boyfriend, girlfriend, family member, wife, husband, sister, brother, whatever, there's some sort of disconnection here or separation. Maybe, and there's a bottle here, so maybe there is alcohol involved in the maybe there's alcohol involved. All right, I don't know, but it's just an observation. All right, so what else, Spirit? What else do we have? Angelic messages. The first angelic message is from Archangel Metatron. It says, "Heaven to earth. Your current situation is in alignment with your mission on earth." So whatever your current situation is, it's supposed to happen that way. It was divinely orchestrated to happen exactly the way it's happening, right? Because there's a lesson to be learned from it. It's part of you and your alignment with spirit to learn these different lessons, right? Yeah, so what lessons are you learning, Aquarius, right now? And then we've got Earth Mother. You know how to evolve. There's something you know. There's something you know needs your time and attention. Something you know needs your action. Something you know is going to help you grow and evolve. Today you're being invited to take the steps you know that you need to take to move out of a stuck state or a stuck situation and into a state of growth and evolution. I take the soul-led steps I need to take in order to heal and grow and not fall into old patterns that maybe you're used to falling into. Earth Mother. All right. Releasing old patterns, embracing new thoughts and new patterns and new ways of doing things is a part of your spiritual alignment, Aquarius. All right. Okay. So let's go over here. I asked Spirit what spirit animal is really reflective of your energy for the month of October, and you got the owl, one of my favorite spirit animals, and this is all about observation. Yeah, I really feel like, Aquarius, you need to slow down, like slow your roll a little bit, because whatever information that you need to be ingesting, you're not, because you're I feel like you're disconnected in a way. All right. And Spirit says you need to maybe not talk as much. All right. But maybe you need to just sit back and be an observer. observe what's happening, okay? So that you can get the wisdom that's needed. You're being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or a person's motives. You need to hear what is really being said, despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. Ooh. I don't know. Is there somebody that you really need to observe that's in your life that maybe you're second guessing, maybe you don't fully trust, maybe you don't trust their motives or their intentions, or maybe they've been deceptive in a way that is making you, or needs to make you, look at them a little closer and a little deeper. Okay? All right. I'm just the messenger. All right, so that is that. So be this owl, okay? And be observant of the people, especially the people in your life. And are they real or are they not? And I feel like there's been a separation here, maybe because of some deception here. All right, or a person's motives, maybe the person's motives weren't what you thought they would be, okay? So let's get into the tarot. I asked Spirit for the two most important major arcana cards for you. That's the heavy hitting energy of the deck. The first one that came out for you is Chariot. That's Cancerian energy. All right, you may have Cancer somewhere in your chart, or maybe there's somebody who is a Cancer in your life. The Chariot could be about travel, traveling and, exploring, having life adventures, okay? But the Chariot is you being determined to be successful and accomplish the things in life that you want to accomplish. That could mean you jumping into your Chariot and moving away from something and moving towards new life adventures, right? So Chariot, maybe some of you are getting a new Chariot, who knows, a new car, something like that, something to do with transportation. And then I've got Death card, Scorpio energy. We've got M&M representing the Death card and the Scorpio energy. And sometimes in order to have a new start or a new renewal, sometimes we have to let the things that no longer serve us or love us or support us or respect us, we need to let that go. People, places, or things, just let it go. Give it a proper burial, pour some honey on it, and say, deuces, I'm out of here. Right? And from there comes death and rebirth. And very interesting that at the bottom of the deck, one of these decks, is also the Death card. So there's going to be a death and a rebirth, whether you want it to happen or not. It's a part of your evolution, your spiritual evolution. All right, so some things are going to be, some things are no longer going to be a part of your life. Okay, but there's going to be a rebirth from there. And the other deck, I've got the World. This is about success, accomplishments, right? But it's also a card of closing out chapters and closing out cycles and new beginnings coming from that. Okay? And I like that. All right, so we've got two Death cards and the Chariot card and the World card. All right, so we'll save your universal message for last, and we'll get into the tarot and see what Spirit wants and needs our Aquarians to know. I did a reading for you the other day, and I don't know what happened to the video. It just disappeared. So here we are again. Maybe Spirit was like, nah, I don't want you to give them that message. We need to do it over again. So here we are. All right, Holy Spirit, this is for Aquarius. What do you have for Aquarius for the month of October? This is to, play on some of the energy that we've already seen about maybe separation and being an observer and, going through a death and a rebirth, right? Some of you are going through some sort of confusion now. I don't know. All right, Holy Spirit. So what do we need to show or tell our Aquarians for the month of October? What is on the... Well, I forgot to cut, did I? No. Cut. All right, here we go. What's on the bottom of the deck? I've got 2 of Wands. Yeah. Choose a path, Aquarius. Choose a direction. Choose a path. Choose a goal. Choose an aspiration. Just choose which way you want to go. You see that globe? What direction would you like to go in? Okay. All right. So what is the main reason for this Aquarius reading, Spirit? The main energy. Releasing what no longer serves you. Releasing what has been burdening you. Releasing from what has been on your back and on your shoulders for who knows how long. You're carrying the load. You're a bag lady or a bag man or something. It's time to release this load, okay? Especially if they're not your burdens to carry. All right, even if they are your burdens to carry, let it go. Let it go. You can't be walking around with all this baggage on your back, Aquarius. Okay? I mean, that's gonna like really impede you from moving forward. I'm just gonna tell you that. So got a 10 of Wands. All right, what else, Spirit? Got the Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, 7 of Wands. I want to shuffle one more time to get the bottom. All right, Spirit, this is for the bottom row. Let's just shuffle. Feeling inspired to shuffle. What's the bottom row for Aquarius? Ugh, horrible shuffle. All right, bottom. The Chariot. There we go again with the Chariot. The 7 of Swords. The 6 of Wands. And last, the Hermit. What's on the bottom? Strength card. Leo. Aquarius, your polar opposite sign is a Leo. Okay, so tap into that energy that you already embody. Okay, that strength, that intestinal fortitude, that courage, okay, and bravery. Do it even if you're afraid. How about that? All right, so what else do we have here? We've got Queen of Wands. The Queen goes after whatever she desires, whatever she's passionate about, whatever she's inspired by. She takes action, and so does the King of Wands, right? So I don't know. I feel like you're both this queen and this king for whatever. Yeah, I feel like you're this. Cats are so funny. I think you're both this queen and this king. You've got a Queen of Wands who goes after what it is that she wants and desires. That's also Leo energy. And then I've got this King of Pentacles, this Earth energy, mainly Taurus, Capricorn energy. And this is all about, being that boss mama or that boss daddy. Being successful in whatever it is that you do, business-wise, entrepreneurial-wise, whatever, okay? But being successful, okay? I've got this Knight of Wands. This Knights are, they're impulsive. They're warriors. They're messengers. They just jump on their horse and they go. This Knight of Wands is somebody who really doesn't want to be weighed down by commitment or weighed down by a whole lot. This Knight wants to be free to do whatever it is that they want to do. They want to be free. They want to have the freedom to travel. They want to have the freedom to go explore. They want to have the freedom to be with whoever they want to be with. I mean, this is just unencumbered type of energy, okay? And maybe this is what this is. Maybe there's a king and a queen, all right? And maybe somebody wants to be free and unencumbered to do whatever it is that they want to do, right? Standing on whatever it is that you want to stand on, like standing on business or standing on your principles, or, you know, having to defend what it is that you want to do. And sometimes you might have to, if you're in a connection, you can't always just do what you want to do. You have to consult that other person, right? So maybe this is just you protecting your energy, protecting what you believe in, protecting, you know, you standing on business. And on the bottom, I've got the Chariot again. We've already talked about the Chariot. Yeah. Maybe, I feel, maybe this Queen of Wands that's above this Chariot may be jumping into said Chariot because maybe there's some sort of deception here. Yeah? And remember, this Owl card talked about deception and people not being or saying, people not being who they really are, people not saying what they really feel, you know, questioning somebody's motives, okay? And maybe that's what's going on here. This is an indicator of deception with the Seven of Swords, okay? Somebody who's a liar, cheater, manipulator, whatever, smooth talker, whatever. And I've got a Seven of Swords. I'm sorry, Seven of Swords, and then a Six of Wands. Somebody wanting some sort of success here, some sort of victory here. Then again, the Seven of Swords could be somebody who's being strategic on how they get to where they want to be, to getting towards this victory, this success. So maybe you're being strategic on how you're going to get to your success, Aquarius. And like we said with this Chariot card right here, maybe somebody's having to jump in your chariot and leave something behind to go towards new life adventures, right? Or maybe this new thing requires travel or relocating or something like that, right? But somebody is manifesting the success here with the Six of Wands. And then I've got the Hermit, having to go inward to really consult not only with yourself but with Spirit on your next steps, without going on your own understanding, but you actually actively seeking out Spirit for consultation. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what's on the bottom? We've got the Strength card that we already saw, to be strong. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Maybe you don't feel supported. The five of Pentacles is somebody who doesn't feel supported, somebody who feels left out. So maybe you don't feel that support system. Fives are all about change, so maybe you feel all by yourself and unsupported while you go through whatever these changes are, Aquarius. Ooh, another five. Five of Wands. This might have to do with business or a job or something like this, because we got the Five of Wands. We've got people fighting each other. There's competition here. There's not getting along. You know, the fives are about change, but there could be a lot of chaos in that change. One more. Three of Cups. Three of Cups is about having that support, having those friends, family members, BFFs or whatever that support you and help you celebrate those, those successes and even those losses in life, right? This is definitely, going through life with the people that you love the most and care about the most there to support you. Two of Wands, yeah. Choose a path, Aquarius. Didn't we see this earlier? Choose a path. We saw this earlier. You have to choose which direction, which path you're going to go down here. I feel like this is about a job or a business or something. Clarity is going to come to you, though. Truth and clarity with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, remember? No more rose-colored glasses. No more seeing things with rose-colored glasses. Like, Libra season brings truth and clarity. Alright? Neptune and Pisces retrograde brings truth and clarity. Alright? So, whatever you need truth and clarity on, even if you need truth and clarity about what direction you need to go in, then you're going to get it. Okay? You're going to get it. But now it's time for you to do this Ten of Swords, and that is to close out whatever painful cycle this has been, and for you to release any burdens on your back. Let it go. Release it and let it go. Okay? Yeah. I have a Two of Cups, so I don't know if you're releasing a painful cycle that has something to do with the Two of Cups situation. We do have a Queen and a King here. Or this could be about business. I don't know, And then here you are, Aquarius, the Star. To finish off your reading, this is hope, faith, unwavering faith in spirit, right? This is healing and trusting that whatever you're trying to manifest, whatever you're trying to bring to fruition, Spirit's got your back, and those gifts will be coming to you. All right? It's just going to take you being an intentional observer to know what serves you and what doesn't serve you, people, places, and things, and to make course corrections from there. All right? And this is all about your evolution. Nobody else's. It's about your evolution. Okay? Three of Pentacles. Working together. Collaboration. Yeah, this feels, I don't know, it feels partly business. It feels partly, I don't know what this feels like. But anyway, I hope that this has resonated with somebody out there. I'm not quite sure what the hell is going on here, but clarity is coming. There will be no more confusion. Okay, there will be no more confusion. Not with this Ace of Swords coming your way. All right. So, universal message is: it's never too late to start over, Aquarius. You have to trust in the magic of new beginnings. I told you, new beginnings are coming, baby. They are waiting for you. Notice them, seize them, and appreciate all that you have. Just relax and trust. Relax and trust, baby. Okay? Yeah. There are going to be some new beginnings. There's going to be some starting over. There's going to be some death and rebirths, Aquarius. But it's part of the plan. It's part of Spirit's plan for you, for your evolution and your alignment. All right? All right. Let me know if this resonates with you. And God bless. Mwah. Take care. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Aquarius.